Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ayu Cantika Putri. I'm from International Class Program of Biology Education. I would like to present it about ESM Teaching 8 tools about my journal. The title is The Use of Rolling Copper Learning Media in Class 10 Senior High School. Track is learning media is a tool doing in the learning process. That is everything that can be used to stimulate the thoughts, feeling, attention, and abilities of skill of students so that it can be encourage the effective learning process of student. With the learning media is very important that the teaching and learning process be configured properly. Each teaching and learning process must currently use a certain medium so that it can learn effectively and smoothly. The media is intermediary or a listen or a tool means of communication between two parties, namely teachers and student. One example of conventional media is rolling cover. The media is in the form of a suitcase and curtain roll in it. Introduction. One of the characteristics of the media is good to use is that it's interesting and not boring, so that students are able to foster the enthusiasm for learning so that they can improve student learning outcomes with the media present to neutralize the boredom that is present in class while learning is taking place. And also, this media can transfer skills, think, and be creative from students in learning process. Problem research. Research focus. Rolling language learning media. This helps the learning process on various material and basic competencies 3.4. Analyzes the structure, replication, and role of varieties of life, with students being able to see material on each side of the rotation so that learning using this media is like playing atmosphere so that students don't feel bored in learning. So train student thinking skills with the help of explanation so that it's an easy stimulation student thinking and memory while looking the picture provided. Methodology of research. In general background of research, the world of education today is entering the era of media world, where learning activities require reduced lecture method and replaced by the use of a lot media. The more so in the current learning activities that emphasize process skills and active learning. So, presumably, the role of learning media, which are often referred to in the following section, is media. Following section as media uh, are becoming increasingly important in relation the function of learning media. The following can be emphasized as a tool to make learning more effective, accelerate the learning process, improve the quality of the teaching and learning process, concrete abstract so as the reduce to occurrence of verbalism disease. It should also be noted the learning activities are a communication process. In other words, learning activities struck media occur when there is communication between the recipient of the message and the source via the media. However, the communication process itself only happened after there was a backlash, or we also call it feedback. Beside on the description above, it can be briefly stated the learning media is a vertical for channeling message of learning information. We can see instrument and procedures. Rolling language learning media counter virus material for class 10 in high school student, basically on basic competencies. 3.4 analyzing the structure, replication, and role of viruses in life, with student being able to see the submaterial on each side on the rotation. In this media, two modes can be used, namely material explanation mode and games mode. In this learning media, there are two parts, namely rolling the plays where display contains submaterial on viruses and card, now which contain an explanation of the submaterial in rolling. In the explanation mode, section on the presentation of cell original material, the submaterial on the roll will be see those on the card. Whereas if in games mode, students are prohibited from opening the explanation card. Students play on a rule to show one submaterial randomly. Then the student must explain the sub-ingredients that are obtained distributed cumulative detox in the memories of students using the games method. So that it's easier to understand to remember the material. And the ways of making is tool the tools is a ruler, uh, wood reference, wood cutter, door latch, three ice hinge, window handle, turning rulers, and the material is wood board type, thick paper and or certificate paper, pencil, glue, double tip, and nails. Ways of making is the first is prepare tools and material, and then forming a pattern to form a pattern first down with a pencil and ruler to make it easier to cut the wood, and then form into several shapes, namely circle and squares with the patterns that have been made, and then make a circle with a finger uh, 12 centimeter. The size of the circle must be smaller than the suitcase because the circle would fill in the suitcase. And the next, in the center of the circle is given a rotation roller with a function to rotate this media roll. Shape the suitcase by joining the wooden sides to form the suitcase into square. Connect the squares and using hanger the surface to open suitcase. And then insert the circle into finished suitcase by pay attention the bottom. Glue the rotation roller with wood using nails. And next, attach the window handle at the top to make it easier to carry this media. And also attach the latch at the top to the rack which surface to lock or close this media so that components in the suitcase are not easily damaged. Make an explanation card first. Also, we can edit the card to make it look attractive. Then also we print is using thick paper, then cut with this same size into explanation card. And make a manual in using the media. So the conclusion is learning media is a tool in carrying out the teaching and learning process. One of the characteristics of media that is good to use interesting and not boring so that students are able to foster their enthusiasm for learning so that they can improve student learning outcomes, and also this media can strengthen thinking and creative skills from students in the learning process. Everything that can be used to stimulate the thought, feeling, attention, and abilities or skill of students so as to encourage the effective learning process of students. Learning media, this rolling cover is not easy to image. It's easy to store, easy to use, and easy to understandable. Uh, Thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala who have give me so many favors that I was so able this article to my parents, my friends, and also the people who help me in making rolling copper media. Hopefully this media is be able to provide benefits to all of us. Thank you.